Holy shit. I don't know how good my mic is, but take the headphones off and I can clearly hear there is an ice cream truck outside. That's hilarious. Anyways, hello everybody, AwesomeWave360 here, self-proclaimed awesomest person on YouTube, and I, in fact, am almost considering running out there with some money and grabbing some ice cream. Oh yeah, new, since we're going new, might as well. So we're starting Crash Bandicoot 2. As you can see, there's FPS counter, which means we are using an emulator, but I do indeed have the original disc right here. And you can see PlayStation games with their unique black.
But Dr. Cortex, to reach full power, need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we
be
don't
quiet
have
for
any
this.
first-time operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we need to find an enemy.
And how do you find an enemy? You,
Crash? Crash? Crash!
Yeah.
My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
Okay. You gotta get yourself a battery. Oh, I need to turn I need to turn analog. So, there's several different box types, as you can see. The box with the vertical lines, yeah, not horizontal, but the vertical lines you bounce on, and if you twist it, you'll only get one Wampa fruit, I think they're called, from it. But if you bounce on it, you get a nice 10 from it, so it's patience, but you gotta do it. Some have extra lives, some have just fruits. 100 fruits equals 1 life. This is just a tutorial level that comes with the start. These bouncy boxes right here. If you want box completion, because there's you get special things if you complete all the boxes, and you get stolen. And your sister gets stolen too, by the way. So Crash gets stolen away into the spaceship, where...
Well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
So you're whisked away to your enemy's lab, which is, as you saw, it's a space station. We'll save the game, we'll save it in here, and this will be Let's Play, or as... Where's T? I can fit Let's Play in there, yeah, let's do it. Let's Play. Because I do love this game, and I'm even using a computer controller that has the button layouts of a PS1 controller. I have several different controllers. I have a controller base here that I could plug in some GameCube controllers, and I even got one, which really wasn't it was my first choice. I got it, and then after that, because I'm too stupid to do before, after that I decided to check out the reviews, and everyone was negative about it, but I got it today, and it's been working good so far, so got to see what happens there, but hope for the best. So anyways, this isn't a platformer like Mario, it's a different sorta. Think of it, it's completely 3D environment. Even when it's not, it is. I'll show you more about that later. It's a really fun one. It's one of my favorites from my childhood. There's a whole bunch of different levels, and some are better than others. This first one's a good farm for lives if you ever run low. You can always start again, but it will start from your last save, so save often if you're new to the game. But anyways, we're gonna continue on here, and what we gotta do here. So this is a place too, and I'll show you how to get there right away. You just need to checkpoint. Checkpoint while not getting these boxes would be good, because if you die before you hit the checkpoint again, then fortunately you'll be able to respawn then quickly get the mask. The masks are for, so this is the example before, as I said, it's always a 3D environment, so you can go up and down still. Even if it's flat, you see that, well, I'm pointing with my finger, do you see that next area, that platform? If you try hop on it from here, you'll die. Like, it is completely 3D while being a 2D side-scroller at this point. It's really disorienting with your analog sticks for sure if you don't have them completely working proper. There we go, another life for me. So, spiky sides, don't want to hit them. So as I said before, there's the big crystals that you're supposed to get each level, as you saw Mr. Neocortex say. Mr. Neocortex, yeah. Already got Stockholm Syndrome. Anyways. As we saw Mr. Not Cortex, not Mr. Just as we saw Neocortex. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What I was actually trying for is I was... we'll go more later. We can't win all the boxes then. Okay, we're not gonna go for the boxes this round. In later episodes we could try for 100% completion. And this explodes that. So anyways, where was I going on this? There's the crystals that you get for Neocortex, which is the amethyst looking ones that he showed us, and there's also gems you could get for 100% box completion, which it does count. It doesn't count for all monsters, so we technically don't need to kill them. So bonus rounds you can't die if you go into, so we could use them for a test. See, you could walk off all edges of that. It's a little... I don't got the mask, but that's okay. Huh. Yeah, you can hop off there. I guess you can't walk off there, which is good in a way, but anyways, now we'll get back to seriousness. But if analog sticks are not 100% calibrated properly, you might have a little trouble doing these side-scrolling missions. And if you do a little twirl around this, it flies away. It's pretty fun. Anyways, for these side-scrolling levels, if you're not careful and you walk off, it's really frustrating when you do die, which is unfortunate, but... So you can't do anything. In the mud, you can't do the twirlies or the jumps, because it's really thick. So there's different terrains, there's different everythings. There's nothing for killing all mobs, so you really don't have to. So if you're really intent on it, then you could do it. So there's actually more than just crystals and gems. There's special ones. Like if we go start, you could see that. There's red, green, magenta, blue, and yellow. This level has a blue gem that you could get after you get the box completion on. Because the blue gem, it makes it. You have to get the original gem, then you can get the blue gem. The blue gem is not destroying any boxes at all. Which would mean skipping some of the level, but there's nothing wrong with that. To get this box, you just gotta bounce on top of this bugger. Even if we're not going for completion, you might as well, because it's an extra life, and extra lives are always helpful. So this is like a rat pit or whatever. You just gotta do your twirlies. So if you guys really haven't played this game before, you should get it. It's one of the better... I think it's one of the staples of PlayStation games, actually. Nintendo has its Mario and its Zelda, and Crash Bandicoot really was one of the breakout characters for PlayStation. I really haven't touched PlayStation 3 much, but I've heard stories about the, what was it, PlayStation All-Stars or whatever, and that game really, I think it has Crash in it. It's like the PS version of Super Smash. Anyways, if it doesn't, it should have Crash Bandicoot. Anyways, we got another cutscene coming up, so...
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. Crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
As you can see from the sister, that everything's not as it seems. You can tell something's up with that. If you haven't played this game before, then it's not like I'm spoiling anything for you. It's like... Anyways, you should definitely pick up the game. Even if you get it... Even if you buy a PS1 and just pick it up, it does feel good to play it on original hardware, which I wish I could, but I'm playing it on emulator just because I bought the game a long while back and I really don't want to... I don't have a newer PlayStation console, so there's no point to me in picking it up on PlayStation Network Store or whatever, because because PlayStation Store is only good when you have PlayStation hardware. Though technically I have a PlayStation PSP, but I don't even know if the store still works on that thing. That thing's as old as the PlayStation 3. Actually, it's as old as the PS2. That thing's ancient. It still has better visuals than... So TNT, you gotta tap once. Nitro, as you saw, you hit it and it instantly explodes. But anyways, back to PlayStation. PSP. PSP is... It's really old and fuck. Oh. Oh well. Cut and paste. Yeah, so PSP is really, I don't know where I was going with this, honestly, but I accidentally flung a penguin into the box, so there's really no point in this. But, just for an example, let's say you want to do box completion and whatnot in this level, you just gotta know that metal boxes don't count for anything. You can't destroy metal boxes, so you really can't. But you gotta go through this whole thing. And an easy thing to do when you're on the ice is, unfortunately this controller doesn't have the X square, ow. It doesn't have X square circle and triangle, so I really can't tell you 100% what the buttons I'm pressing are, but the right one, which makes you do the crouchy thing. That helps you stop too, but while you're moving, while you're pushing a pad, it makes you do a glide, which is really good on that ice because it gives you your direction of travel without veering off course, and it's pretty fast if you don't aim at nitro, then you're perfectly fine. And we're just gonna, in this Let's Play, hopefully it's gonna continue, hopefully you guys like this, and we're gonna try to do 2 levels a thing, and hopefully we don't get a crash after everyone. It's called Crash Bandicoot, but you know, that doesn't mean anything. We don't have to. Oh, I'm pretty bad today, I guess, but I wanted to show you what happens when you get 3 masks, but I guess you'll see that in time. So, as I was saying with yes, I'm using my hand again, don't worry about it. With the red gem, as you can see right here, there is a very special way you have to do this. And it will be shown later because you can't access it. Well, I can't access it in the currents right now because I'm not high enough. I'm not far enough in the ranks for that. So, nitro boxes. If there's a nitro box, it does count towards box completion. So, there's usually going to be a nitro box exploder. So, the one thing I hate about this game, if I could say anything, is I know it's an old game and physics isn't as good as it is now. But this game really has bad physics for what's the word? What's the term? It's propulsion? No, conservation of energy, something like that. I don't remember physics terms, don't judge me. Anyways, so sometimes on the ice, I'll just skip by that. Who needs the extra 10? I already got myself 15 lives. Anyways, those boxes make that go up, and there's nothing up there. I've already checked. Like, I've jumped on top of them, and as you can see, the 3D is a little disorienting at times. Anyways, up, down. So, something you really need to look out for is, where am I? I dropped down. There's a whole shit ton to do forward, but have you ever looked backwards? That's one of the problems. If something's hidden, you never know. You gotta always check around, because this game has some secrets that even I still don't know about. I say even I mean being like, oh yeah, I'm the worldly Crash Bandicoot. No. I know all things, but I just played the game. I didn't completionist the game, so I really wouldn't know everything there is to know about this game, but hop, 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 hop on pop. So I really don't remember how to get that. I remember there's a way to get the bottom box, but it's been a long while since I've been able to do that. I haven't played this game in ages, really. And the spin doesn't go fast enough, so you really gotta just duck and cover for that one. You gotta wait till he goes away. You could shoot animals at other animals, which is fun little torture. So 72 out of 74, which means there's those two boxes. You saw those two white outlines, eh? Those are supposed to be boxes. And there's usually a way that you could activate those boxes. And there would be, because there's that red gem there, which I could explain how to get later on, because we're not quite there yet, as I said, but we will be soon. And hopefully we'll be able to get the gem then, because I actually haven't gotten the red one or the thing yet, because it's a bonus level to get the red gem, and the bonus level is really hard, because you know how the 2D environment, I said it's a little hard with the analog sticks, and it's fully 2D, except there's a lot of jumping up and down, and you can still jump off the edge, which I find that's really bullshit, but you know, whatever. And there's no checkpoints in there either, so I've gotten halfway. I've gotten almost to the end, and then the 3D happened, and I accidentally pushed the stick a little too forward instead of just straight, and then I flew off the edge, and then I got peed off, and then I stopped the game. There's a lot of lives in there though, so for bonus levels, it's probably not going to kill you. So we got plenty of lives for next time, so hopefully you've enjoyed this time. And if you have, then maybe give a comment on your fondest memories of this game, or better yet, I'm from the 1995. Well, I'm from the 1995. I'm so old. Anyways, I was born 1995, so I'm a 90s kid. So any more 90s kids, or even younger or older, everyone comment down. What was your first console in your house? Personally, in our household, my mom always had this, I think it was the Atari 2600, and we got a lot of good hours out of this, but the PlayStation 1 was the one that my uncle had, and we got a lot more hours out of that one, because all these games are just so fun. There's so many other games for the PlayStation 1. There's even we had some demo discs from, it was called PlayStation Magazine or whatever. They had a bunch of demos on it. Even those were very fun to play. Those were just really gold. And they just have a place in my heart, so it's really just awesome to have those memories. Anyways, comment down below your childhood consoles, and thank you for watching, and maybe consider hitting that subscribe button, because why not? It only takes a couple seconds, and it makes this little book guy pretty happy. Anyways, I'll conclude this by saying, with a million other people to be watching, I'm glad you're watching me. Thank you, and goodbye.